clear for me. Okay, thank
Okay,
you very much,
great.
Karen. Now let's begin.
Okay, sure.
As I already mentioned, today we have our speaking part. So we'll begin with task one, which is simple question answer. And I will ask you few questions, not more than five today. As usual, we already covered 8 questions, not more than eight, but today we never ask not more than five.
Okay,
So my first question for you: are you ready?
yes, sir.
Okay, so let's begin with shoes. Do you like shoes?
Definitely yes. I like shoes very much, and I to go shopping for buying shoes frequently, like high heels, sneakers, just for different purposes, like for work or for sports, for camping.
Okay, so another question for you again: how often do you buy shoes?
Um, as I mentioned, I buy shoes frequently, especially during my sorry, especially during the holiday or my birthday, and it's just like a a accomplishment for my work or to encourage myself in daily life.
Hmm. Okay, so another question for you: what is your favorite type of shoes?
My favorite type of shoes should be sports shoes because it is more comfortable compared with high heels or sneakers, and it is good for doing sports activities as I like go hiking or go running. So I do love to buy sports shoes.
Okay, so let's move forward. Let's speak with transportation. What's the most popular means of transportation in your hometown?
Um, I believe the most popular means of transportation in my hometown should be MTR because
Hmm.
in my hometown the MTR system is really reliable and this is convenient to everyone. That we have uh, many shops for our town, which is it is as you may know, Hong Kong is not big enough, but we have many spots for the station for the citizen to travel around Hong Kong, and we also have uh,
Okay,
and for the NTR they can provide maybe 1 minute
okay, all right.
have trains in 8 minutes, so it's really convenient. Thank you.
Thank you. So another question I have: uh, uh, how often do you take buses?
Um, I honestly every day in my daily basis because my workplace uh, is the case that use uh, text bus is easier. It's the most easier way uh, to get around, and uh, text bus also is a convenient way to me because my workplace is in a university that's located in a uphill, so it is not convenient for me to take NTR. So I often take bus for my
Okay,
work.
thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, Corinne, for sharing your answer with
Welcome.
everyone. Now, this is, yeah, thank you very much. Now, this is your time, Corinne. You have to choose someone else and you have to ask them 5 questions, not more than five, please.
Okay.
You have to choose someone
So
else and you have
Sammy,
to
are you
ask them.
ready?
Yes. Which one?
Okay. Sammy,
Sammy. Okay.
Hey,
Sammy, are you here?
Go on.
yes, I'm
And
here.
remember, please,
Your
not
voice
more
is a
than
bit
five for
far.
today.
Yes. So are you ready?
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
go
I
on,
am.
go on, go on.
Uh, okay. Sammy, do you like to wear shoes that are comfortable or good looking?
Do I like to wear shoes that I'm trying to read or comfortable? Okay. Okay. I think I would actually go with shoes that are comfortable, but at the same time, they've got to be good looking. But overall, I'll prefer something which is comfortable to something which is good looking because comfort is key when it comes to shoes for me. And it depends on the number of hours or the duration I'm wearing it for. If I'm wearing it for a lengthier hour, I'll definitely go for a comfortable one. If I'm wearing it for a shorter hour, then I'll probably go for something good looking.
Nice. So have you ever bought shoes online?
Absolutely. I mostly buy shoes online because I don't really have time to get through or jump on a bus and go all the way to a physical shop to purchase shoes. I have a lot of time at home when I'm in the comfort of my sofa and I browse through various websites to purchase shoes from.
So why do some people have too many shoes?
I think it's actually a matter of not being satisfied with the number of shoes they have or not being able to choose the actual shoe they want. They see this one they wanted and they see another one they are interested in and they are not able to control their desire to purchase. So they keep purchasing several of them and over time they have just too many shoes.
Mm-hmm. So is driving to work popular in your country?
I didn't hear that. Your voice is quite distant.
Sorry, so is driving to work popular in your country?
Is driving to work okay?
Popular
Driving to
is
work, actually, driving to work is quite popular in my country. Growing up, it wasn't that popular because then we used to rely on public transportation. But as time went on, a lot of people have acquired cars, they drive to work. So I think it's quite popular lately.
okay. So do you think people will drive more in the future?
I think people will drive more in the future because the moment everyone starts to work, they have the goal to purchase a car of their own. So in the near future, as the generations go by, a lot of people are going to purchase cars, and hence a lot of people are going to drive.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Corinne, for asking your question to Sami. Thank you very much, Sami, for sharing your answer. Sami, this is your time. You have to choose someone else and you have to ask them 5 questions, not more than five for today
All
only.
right.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Hey, Ayo, are you there? Ayo.
All right, Sammy. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. All right. Let's talk about transportation. What's the most popular means of transportation in your hometown?
Well, it has been a very long time since I've been to my own town, so I cannot really say the current popular mode of transportation there right now. But where I live, we have the mass transit. That is the most convenient and popular type of transportation we have now in Lagos, and it's easy because there's a pathway for the buses to actually get to their destination. They don't have to stay in traffic, and majority will rather queue to enter the mass transit than to enter or board the regular uh, public transport.
Often do you take buses?
Well, as far as I go out of my house without driving a private car, I regularly board public transport buses, either the omnibuses or the regular mini buses for available in town for public transport. So I do that often, especially if I have the need to go out. But recently, at least for the past 2 years, I have been a bit indoors because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and also I have been working from home. So I do less of going out and boarding a bus or a public transport.
Can you compare the advantages of planes and trains?
I didn't get that.
Can you compare the advantages of planes and trains?
Well, they are two different transportation. Trains are actually a transportation system on earth, as in on ground, while the planes fly in the sky. We know that, and it's it's actually I think it's assumed to be safer to board a plane than to actually take a train because of the risk involved traveling on ground. For example, in Nigeria, you stand the risk of being attacked by terrorists or bandits when you travel or you go on public transportation on ground. So majority, especially the elite or people who have the wherewithal to afford air transportation, that is boarding a plane, will actually go for that. So I will not say that one is better than the other. It actually depends on the security situation of the country, the state, or your location. But if I am given an option to choose, I think I'll choose traveling on a plane.
Okay. Is driving to work popular in your country?
Yes, of course. Many people prefer to drive to work because it's more comfortable. You have your time, you have your decision to make. Your decision not will not depend on the driver of a public transport or a mass transit. But because of the issue of traffic jams and traffic congestions, people prefer, especially in the cosmopolitan city that I'm located, people prefer to actually take public transport because it is quite easier and faster than taking driving your private car to the office. Because if you are in a public transport, you can easily alight from the public transport when you're getting late for work and find another means or alternative to get to work. But if you drive in your private car, it will be very difficult to abandon your car and find an alternative to go to work. So people actually prefer driving to the office depending on the city they are located or the living.
I suppose that was a part two.
You said?
I suppose that was a part two. Your answer was very lengthy.
Oh, all right.
Yes. Do you think people will drive more in future?
Well, looking at the trend of things, I think that cannot be specified because technology is going as fast as the speed of light, and people might choose not to even drive again in future because we have many transportation system that is easier than driving. I think in the nearest future, driving will become stressful and people will either take the air Uber or other means of advanced technology to transport themselves from one place to another. So I don't believe that people will drive more in future. Even recently, we are having rechargeable cars that are not automobiles that are not using fuel again. They are now being charged. So, and as time goes on, I believe people will leave that and gravitate to more advanced level of transportation. So I don't feel that people will drive more in future. They will rather enter a train, bus, or airplane, or the most comfortable transportation available.
All right, that is the end.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much,
thank you.
Samir. Yeah, thank you very much, Samir, for sharing your for asking your question to Io. Thank you very much, Io, for sharing your answer. Io, this is your time. You have to ask someone else, and then you have to choose. You have to choose someone else, and you have to ask them 5 questions, not more than five, please.
All right. Okay, is Kainat ready? Kainat, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Okay, let's get it over with. Now, what's the most popular means of transportation in your hometown?
There are different types of transportation methods in our time, but the famous and the popular method is bus because most of the people have their average income, so they just try to use the bus to go anywhere.
All right. Okay. Then, how often do you take buses?
Most of the time, I have to use the bus twice a day. At early in the morning, I have to go my school by the bus, and from back to the school, I have to use the bus.
Okay. Can you compare the advantages of plane and trains?
Yes, there are many advantages of planes and trains because planes and trains don't have any obstacle in their way as like other vehicles because trains have a proper track and no one can stop the train, and this is the same process which is with the planes, and planes are flying in the air and there is also no obstacle in their way, so they are, you can say, them time saving transportation method.
Okay. Can you, sorry, is driving to work popular in your country?
Sorry, I can't get your question. Repeat, please.
All right. It is driving to work popular in your country?
Yes, this is very eminent in our country to drive to their work because here most of the people are independent and they are capable of, you can say, own their own transportation method. So they use their own vehicles. Although this is not the good way because it increases the pollution rate in any country.
All right. Okay, what's your favorite type of shoes?
My favorite type of shoes is sneakers because I feel very comfortable and joyful in sneakers. I can walk easily with these shoes. So this is my favorite type of shoes.
All right. Thank you so much for your feedback. Over to you, Maidi.
Yeah, thank you very much, Io, for asking your question to Kainab. Hello, Kainab. This is your time. You have to choose someone else, and you have to ask them 5 questions, not more than five, please.
Okay, Sammy.
She has done. She has done. You can choose someone else. We have Kim Roy, we have Vera, we have Ihab, we have Crane, and me as well. You can choose anyone.
Camroy.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Hello,
Hi, Kim Roy.
Camroy. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So my first question is, do you like shoes?
Yes, I really like shoes. The black and the gray shoes.
Okay. Do you like to wear shoes that are comfortable or good looking?
Mm, the good luck is important for me, um, but I can't buy shoes for just that. So when I buy shoes, I I want to be comfortable and good looking.
Okay. Have you ever bought shoes online?
What?
Have you ever bought shoes online?
Um, no, actually. I afraid to buy shoes from online. Sometimes I think if I buy shoes online, it will uh, it will uh, it will be not my size. So this reason.
Okay. Would you ride bikes to work in the future?
Um, Actually, no. I don't want to do a sport before work, and actually, I hate sport.
Okay. What is your favorite type of shoes?
Sneakers, and I like two color, just black and gray.
Do you want to say something more?
What?
No, it's okay. I have done.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
answers. I
Yeah,
have
thank
done.
you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Kainat, for asking your question to Kim Roy, and thank you very much, Kim Roy, for sharing your answer. Kim
Welcome.
Roy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just let me know. Can you see our questions in our chat box?
No.
Okay, what types of device you are using? Mobile phone or laptop or desktop?
It's mobile phone.
Okay, if you are using mobile phone, then your mobile screen, check your mobile screen. You would receive three dot option.
Mobile screen.
Three,
Where?
yeah, three dot option. Immediate on your right.
Mm, there's a share screen. Just a share screen.
Share screen. Just give me a second.
In call message, show captions,
Yeah,
report
in
a
call
problem.
message. Hit that area in call message.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay, I believe now you got all the questions. Is it clear for you
Yes.
now? Okay, now this is your
Yes.
time. You have to choose someone else here, and you have to ask them five questions, not more than five, please. We
Okay.
have,
Wait.
okay, we have Vera, we have Ihab, we have Fatima, we have Trey, and me as well. You can choose anyone, and you have to ask them five questions.
Okay. I choose Vera.
Yes, go on with Vera.
Hello.
Hello, Vera.
Okay, hello.
Um.
Nice to meet you.
Nice. Uh, what's the most popular means of transportation in your hometown?
The more population in my hometown is the bus. Because in my country, more people travel by bus. Easy than train or planes.
Um. Can you compare the advantages of planes and trains?
Yes, in my hometown, generally we travel by train because we spend little money more than plane. As we know that plane, we need to spend a lot of money for travel. So in my country, more people travel by train.
Um, do you like to wear shoes that are comfortable or good looking?
Yes, for me, I like to wear the shoes comfortable. more than good looking because generally I buy the casual uh, shorts from the market, so I feel
Yes.
casual shop is comfortable for me.
Mm, why do some people have too many shoes?
I think because the shoes have different functions. When we go to work, we need to wear the modern shoes. But when we stay in the room or stay in the house, we can wear the simple shoes. So I think we can choose many kind of shoes to wear.
Would you ride bikes to work in the future?
Yes, absolutely. I always buy bicycle to the work because I think it can help me save the money. Along with that, I can do exercise, so it can help my health healthy or also because my workplace is the near my house. So I in the future I plan to uh, try bicycle.
Okay, thanks, Vera.
Okay, thank you, Kim Kiro,
Thank you.
Rory.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Kim
Kim
Roy.
Roy.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Kim Roy, for asking your question to Vera. And thank you very much, Vera, for sharing your answer. Vera, this is your time. You have to choose someone else and you have to ask them five questions. No more than five, please.
Okay, thank you, brother. Okay, so I prefer to okay, nan trend,
Which one?
nan trend. Chị Vietnamese
Train, a high train.
trend. Oh, hello
Yes, hi.
trend.
Hi, hi,
Okay,
hi.
okay. Let's talk about transportation trends.
Okay.
Uh, what the most popular mean of transportation in your country?
I would say that's motorbike. As our country is a developing one, so mostly the people that live in my country they use motorbike as their main transportation. Uh, as you walk down the street, the first thing that you will see is the motorbike, and you would see it everywhere. Even those students from high school would use it because I in our country we think that high school students that they have enough ability to ride a motorbike, so instead of let their parents take them to school, they also have the right to ride a motorbike too. That's why the people who use motorbike in my country just increase and increase.
Okay. How often do you take bus?
I would say never take buses. But no, no, no. I have once. Like I have experienced once only, and that's also my last time ever. Because I think that in my country, buses service are not too good. So I don't like the smell, and also like the way that it goes is sometimes make me feel like quite dangerous. So I would not prefer to use buses.
Okay. Can you compare the advantage of plan and trend?
Okay, the first advantage of planes that we all know is about the time. That is the biggest advantage that I like about it. For example, if I go from my place back to my hometown, it would take me 5 hours by trains, but only 1 hour by planes. So that save a lot of time. But anyway, trains also have some advantages. Like if you go by train, you could see clearly the view, the sightseeing. Because sometimes if you just sit on the plane, and if you are unlucky, you don't have the seat that near the window, so you would like all the view that you can see through the whole time that you sit on the plane. It was just the chairs and the people only. But if you use the train, you would see a lot of things. Like you would go through many different cities, and each one will have some I would say that some significant or some like breathtaking views also.
Okay. Okay, and would you ride bikes to work in the future?
Okay, this is a very interesting question. Well, I want to say yes. Due to the way that our world is like increasing in a global warming. So if one by one each of us use bikes, I would say like bicycle, to go to work or to go to school, that would be the great choice.
Okay, and the last question. What kind of shoes do you like to wear?
I would say high heels. Like I think that high heels make girls look more girly, or in other way, if you go to work or even the school, so high heels will make your body look better, and also like I think I don't know about others' opinion. They might think that high heels are inconvenient, but to me, it's convenient. It's just about the way that you get used to it, and I did already. And then I think that like because I get used to with it, so I think I always look fashionable or look better with high heels. So I prefer it to all the kind of shoes.
Okay, thank you so much, Trent. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, thank you
thank you
very much,
very much.
VR. Yeah, thank you very much, VR, for asking your question to Train, and thank you very much, Train, for sharing your answer. Train, this is your time. You have to choose someone else. We have Fatima and me. You can choose anyone, and you have to ask them 5 questions.
Okay, I would choose Mehidi.
Okay, Mehdi is here.
Okay. Okay, your first question is about transportation.
Yeah.
Well, how often do you take buses?
I can say regularly, not often. Yes, often I could say. My If I cross the night, then in the morning I would definitely use buses to arrive my office from my home. So I believe this is much convenient for me. It's cheaper as well.
Okay. Is driving to work popular in your country?
Driving. Uh, yes, I think this is quite popular rather than previous time because a lot of person they have their own vehicle and they love to drive. And as we have traffic congestion in our city, so this reason, a lot of person they try to avoid public transportation.
Okay. Do you think people will drive more in the future?
I believe yes. I can see. I have a friend who is working for like a license company, a license providing company. As he mentioned to me, a lot of person nowadays they are offering for their license. So I can consider those things, and I could accept his evidence in future as people are getting their license. So in future, might they would receive they could purchase their vehicle and they drive. So we'd never have any problem in the future, and people will really happy to drive on the road.
Okay. Then how often do you buy shoes?
How often do you purchase shoes? I think twice in a month, not more than a couple of time, because I have to think about my money. If I purchase a lot of shoes in a month, then I would spend my whole salary to purchase my shoes for fashion. So not more than twice in a month.
Okay, your last question. Um, why do some people have too many shoes?
They have many reasons. People always think which shoes they would fit comfortable, they will feel comfortable, and which one they would feel more fashionable. They have two reasons as well. I feel uh, people always prefer formal and informal when they try to attend any meeting or any professional conference. They always wear formal shoes, and on the other hand, where they are going to have a party or any occasion or vacation, whatever it is, they always prefer to wear simple things, which is informal. So they have few reasons. Though, if we consider those things, then due to this reason, people are purchasing huge, or people have a different shoes collection in their house.
Okay, thanks for answering. That's all.
Yeah, thank you very much, Train, for asking your question to me. Now let's begin with Ihab. Hello, Ihab. My first question for you from shoes section. Are you available? Ihab, can you hear me? Your microphone is muted, Ihab. Ihab, your microphone is muted. If you are not able to speak, then we'll move forward. Ihab, can you hear me? If you are not able to speak, then we'll move forward with Fatima. Hello, Fatima. Can you hear me?
Can hear you.
Okay. So my first question for you from from section shoes. Is it okay for you?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay. So do you like shoes?
Yes, I do. Absolutely. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Depending, I also think it depends really the reason that I'm wearing them for. So it could be for an occasion, or it could be just I am at home and I want to feel comfortable and have ease moving around, or it could be that I'm going to work, or it could be I'm just going out on a leisurely walk or going on an outing with my friends or family.
Okay. Have you ever bought shoes online?
Yes, I have, and it wasn't too pleasant an experience because the picture and the real object were just two different things. So I wasn't very pleased at all, and it took so much time to take it back and get a refund. So I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
very pleased with that experience. So I prefer to go to a store, look at an item, fit it, and make my take time to make my decision.
Okay. So my now the question for you. Let's speak about transportation. Do you like motorbike?
Yes, I actually would like to learn how to ride a motorbike in the future,
Mm-hmm.
just as a hobby. I see in our area a lot of people ride motorbikes, but those are people who do food deliveries and
Mm-hmm.
grocery deliveries, clothing deliveries from online stores. But in the near future, I would like to ride a motorbike as a hobby, maybe with my family, so that we can go out on weekends or public holidays.
Oh, as you mentioned, in future you would ride motorbike as your hobby. So let's alter these questions. Do you think people will drive more in the future, or would you ride bikes to work in the future?
Um, I think that people will in the area that I live or in this part of the world, driving a car is more of a status symbol. So it's an
Mm-hmm.
aspiration thing as well. So everybody aspires to buy a car. So once you start working, there is a general expectation from people around you, from the community, from friends, and even from social media. There is an expectation that you are going to drive very soon. So people don't favor riding bikes this side because it's really frowned upon. People look down upon riding bikes. I know that it has its advantage, particularly to the climate, because it doesn't give off any impurities that will pollute our air.
And what about you? Do you like? Would you ride bikes to work in the future?
You know what? To be honest, I would not ride a bike to work. Most of the places where I work, it's very far from my house. So
Mm-hmm.
if I ride a bike, it will also expose me to the weather elements, for example, and sometimes these weather elements can be very harsh. We are in the rainy season as we speak, and I don't see myself riding to work in the rain, getting to work soaked with my emotions all messed up because I've been I've been caught up in the rain. So I would rather say I would ride a bike just for leisurely purposes or just for as a way of exercising.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Fatima, for sharing your answer with all of us. Now this is your time. You have to ask 5 questions to Ihab if he is available. Ihab, are you available? Ihab, can you hear us? Might he is not. Okay, might he is not available. Now let's move forward with our next part. So with this answer,